Today I'm going to show you how to make the granola and the yogurt for the Javaccino. Now the granola's been made, but I'm going to show you how we package it for the yogurt and then go ahead and make the yogurt. So I'll start, this is the granola that was made, and we have a different video on how to do that. And we have these small portion size, actually I believe they're considered medium-sized portion cups. Alright, and these are going to hold our granola. Alright. So you just put some granola in there and you snap a lid on it. Here's our lids. So I'll just do a couple of these, but for Javaccino you would be filling up all the cups until you ran out of granola. Alright? Alright, so this part's pretty easy, and you just keep going. Okay, there you go. So there's 3 cups, and that'll do fine for today's demo. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is prep our fruit. Alright, my hands have already been washed. We have a cutting board and a knife. I'm just doing a few strawberries and a few peaches because we're just showing you a demo. But for Javaccino, you would be doing much larger quantities. Now, the yogurt is going to be in a small cup eaten with a spoon, so you need your pieces to be fairly small, not minced, but maybe like a small dice. And again, they don't have to be perfect because they're going into yogurt. But you can see here, you have the tiny little pieces. You don't want minced because then it would just end up mixing with your yogurt, and people really couldn't taste the flavor of the strawberry. Sometimes I find it's a little bit easier to cut strawberries when they're slightly frozen for the yogurt. When they start to thaw, they get a little mushy, and that's fine. It just adds some more flavor and juice to the yogurt. If they're frozen solid hard, they're too hard to cut, but just starting to thaw is very easy. Alright, we're almost done here with our strawberries. Alright, so there's some strawberries, and now we have peaches. And the yogurt looks very pretty with the different colors. If you think about your presentation skills, your yogurt is white, and then we have, the peach and the strawberry. The granola we do not mix into the yogurt for the customers, but once that's mixed in, then you have some brown in there, and you have a nice variety of colors. Now these peaches are actually more frozen than the strawberries were, so they're much easier to cut because they're not mushy. Okay. And I probably have more than enough peaches here. I'm just going to make 2 things of yogurt to show you how we get them all put together. I'll get these a little smaller. We have plenty here. For Javaccino, you can even cut this fruit ahead of time and put it in the freezer. And since it's all in tiny pieces, it breaks up pretty easy when you take it out. So depending on how you do your mise en place and how the schedule for class is going, you may need to do that. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is the yogurt. So we get vanilla yogurt, vanilla flavored yogurt. Now there's different ways you can do this. I'm just going to show you the way I like. Here it is. I knew there was a pull tab on here somewhere. Now, your instructor may have you use a portion scoop to scoop it in. I like to use a bag. Now we have larger bags, but since I'm just making 2, I just got a smaller one. But first thing I do is I fill it. And again, I'll show you. And again, this comes out, it's not going to be pretty like it is for your cake decorating. Alright, that would probably not be the way to do that. Okay, there we go. So you put some yogurt in each cup. This is easier if you have one person with you because they can cut that edge while you hold the bag vertical. Okay, so I'm going to keep the bag like this. And again, you would have a classmate working with you on this. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to get a scoop of peaches and put it in there. And I'll get a scoop of peaches and put it in here. And again, you would have a classmate who would be doing this so that you had two hands on your bag. So then I just put some more yogurt in there. Okay, now I'm going to hold that upright. And again, this is where having classmates is handy. So now we put some strawberries in there. Now, I'm not getting my scoop full because I only have one hand here, so I'm just putting in a little bit extra. There we go. Now we can add some more yogurt. And again, you can use larger frosting bags so that you can do more than 2 yogurts in one bag. Okay. Now, you put a lid on them. Alright, so now your instructor may have you keep the granola in a separate container. What we do, just to make it easier on Javaccino morning, is we take a piece of Scotch tape and we tape them to the bottom so that when we grab the yogurt, the customer's already getting the granola. So we just make those little loops with Scotch tape. So when you grab it, and then the last thing we do, because customers need something, is we put a spoon in them. Now you can either push it right through the top, or if you prefer, you can go in from the other side, but then you have to take the lid off and put the lid back on. So there you go, yogurt parfaits.